Community Spotlight, powered by ATB Wealth Kelowna. Ready to take a powerful step towards the future you want today? Connect with local advisors at ATB Wealth Kelowna to get started.
Hi everyone, welcome to Community Spotlight, brought to you by ATB Wealth, where we do features on local people in the community that are making a difference. And today I welcome Amy again to have our third, I think we said, interview together. So, but we have some big news today.
We do have some big news.
But so before we jump into that though, I'd love to kind of chat a little bit about we just came off an event yesterday.
We did.
Which I thought was amazing. And it was all about reciprocity, really good discussions about how you could, make that part of your, not just business life, your personal life as well.
Yes.
And I'm curious sort of like from, sitting in the audience, I started sitting on a panel and we just talked about I thought there was a really neat audience there at the event, but I'm curious what drives you to do those? What I mean? I was curious, because I know it's a lot of time for you. You got a lot on the go we're going to unpack today, but what drives you to do those events, specifically those events?
I love that question. Well, first, thank you for having me. And yes, third time is a charm. and I'm sure, this is just the beginning. But you're talking about Connect and CoLab. And that event, what drives me is the whole purpose of why I even started it, is I love living in this beautiful community. I absolutely am somebody who loves bringing people together, and naturally that has come, quite easy for me in the sense that if I know what people do, I love to connect and have them collaborate in a space that works for them to grow their business, thrive in life, in community. But then I just am a people person. I love being around people.
Are you really?
Right? So it's just who I am. And so to do it through entrepreneurship is just the best thing. I love it.
And it's for people that haven't attended, I think it's not because Amy's sitting beside me, is that it literally is one of my favorite events because I find it's such a, I want to say casual, but it's easy to have conversations.
Yes.
Probably that's the best. You just can walk around the room. It's easy to have conversations. It's not there's no I don't know, it's not hoity-toity. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find the right word. It's just, it's approachable. Maybe that's probably the best word that I have.
And with honest, or with honesty in the sense of there has been a curation to how these events have been executed. So I actually think about what I want people leaving with. So your feeling and thought that you just shared is actually something that matters to me. How I think about that.
Right.
Because I want it to feel that it's not a networking event directly, but you get to network. And so there's just a difference. And so there's fundamentally, I guess, things that go into the event that I just want people to experience and feel. But most importantly, I just want them to actually connect and collaborate.
Yeah, I love it. So you have a lot on your plate. You run these events, you have Chic Experience, you have your beauty school, you're out traveling, hosting masterminds, and then you decide to, I'm bored, I'm going to add another part of my business. So you've launched.
Yes.
Okanagan Corporate Retreats.
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
First of all. So,
yes.
So tell us, what is Okanagan Corporate Retreats? And I'm curious where that came. What were you, how does that fit into what you're doing, everything else that you're doing, how that sort of fits in for you?
Yeah, so that's actually, I think, the starting point of that question is as full as our plates are in life. I'm a mom. I am in community. My business for over 16 years has been in the U.S. I've been very grateful and fortunate. And so moving to the Okanagan, I really have made a commitment to myself that I wanted to grow my part, expand myself. And so it does not take a day or a week.
No.
It has taken many years to not only build this new extension of my business, but also unwind part of my other business. So what a lot of people don't know is I come from the beauty space. I was a makeup artist. I've had makeup schools in the States. I love makeup and beauty, and I got into education because I wanted to bring people together and educate them, because knowledge is power. And so I am fundamentally that person that does that. So you see me doing that through other things I'm doing that are not in the beauty space. And because I do not live in the States anymore, I am grateful for the opportunities I've had, but I'm a very incredibly, just happy Canadian and so grateful to live in the Okanagan. And so I made a choice about 2 years ago, after COVID, post-COVID, launching an online academy to unwind part of that business. And it has been a journey, let me tell you. It's not been easy. It's been with a lot of challenges. And I'm so proud that I've gotten there.
Yeah.
I've gotten through the messy middle. I have gotten unstuck in very challenging situations. And I am so, so, so fortunate to now have capacity for Okanagan Corporate Retreats.
I love it. And I love it. It's almost like when you're talking, it's an analogy of like adding another section to your house. Like it's like,
totally.
I love how you frame that, because it's you still have the core, but now it's just another room.
Yes, an add-on.
An add-on.
A very incredible and potentially powerful add-on, because it is, and I'm sure we're going to dive into it, but Okanagan Corporate Retreats is about bringing people here and amplifying this amazing, beautiful community, and the entrepreneurs and the businesses and the incredible experts that live and work here on the Silks Okanagan territory. So I'm just so excited. I have an enormous Rolodex of amazing contacts, many that are close friends, that people that have always said, we're cheering you on, like if you ever need us, we're a phone call away. And I am going to put those calls in. Because in the beauty
if you're
space,
listening, you're getting a call from Amy.
Because it never applied to beauty, although they were advocating for me in other ways. But this is something I'm so proud and excited about, and it has taken me about 3 years to build and actually say I'm hitting the green light and I'm going for it.
I love it. Well, congratulations on that first off. So let's unpack a little bit of what the Okanagan Corporate Retreats is. So you're going to be working with businesses here. And will you run your own events, or are you looking to partner with people in the community? Like, and then maybe to unpack a little bit further, it's like, what sort of roles are you playing within that as well? Yeah,
that's a great question. So separating the two, so anybody listening kind of knows, so the Chic Experience is going to remain. So I look at it as almost like a 50-50 split with 100% of my dedication when I'm working on either project.
Got it.
So Okanagan Corporate Retreats is going to be bringing business here. And then the Chic Experience is going to remain the Chic Retreats, the Summit, which I do once a year here, twice in New York, and just within the contacts that I have, but also with the thought process to bring more amazing businesses here. And then I do Connect and CoLab. So that's all under the Chic Experience. And then my mastermind kind of sits right in the middle of just like me and my expertise and individuals, being part of the group to scale and just to have them thrive wherever they are, have them grow their business with my expertise, and we bring experts in. So then over to the Okanagan Corporate Retreats and incentives. So that is very similar style in terms of planning, but with corporate companies. So, I bring really like curated, high-level expert speakers, partnerships, whether it's wineries, restaurants, keynotes, bringing those that live here, amplifying those that live here. So if they're the amazing restaurants, the incredible wineries, the golf courses, the helicopter tours, the hot air balloon experiences, taking the supercars out, going to the farm to table restaurants, and going on a hiking experience. Picnicking, whatever the corporation wants for a retreat, for an offsite, for a corporate, for an incentive travel package. That's what Okanagan Corporate Retreats is hosting, or has. That's basically within the business the structure.
Love it. And you're handling sort of start to finish. You can handle start to finish, I should say.
With a team.
No, Amy's doing it all.
Right. Yes. So that part of the business is definitely leveraged with an incredible team behind it.
Right.
And what's interesting that anybody who doesn't know so corporate incentives or corporate travel it's corporations that want to incentivize their sales team
Right.
that in some ways should be,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And it can be small. It could be, 8 people up to 88.
Okay.
And beyond. I mean, I got my first client before my website launched. I hadn't even told more than 5 people.
That's hilarious.
So I'm super excited about that. That's going to run in September. But going through that process.
Right.
So there's a form on my website. And I should say the website because nothing's really mine. It's for all of us to be part of. So that is, you fill out the form.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantees. I want to make sure it aligns.
For sure.
So and then based on budget and experiences and what they want, we'll jump on a call, we'll get to know each other, we'll make sure it's the right fit for me and the team to plan. It can be from ideation through to execution. It could be somewhere in the middle. A lot of times I'm working with somebody who has an event
Already
person
there.
in-house with a big corporation, and any iteration of that.
Are you looking, is there an opportunity, like if someone connects with you and is wanting to do a corporate retreat, but they actually, I know we talked about bringing people here, but if they want to go elsewhere, are you helping them, or it is like that's not really your thing? You want to focus within sort of the region?
Yeah. I want to really be true to why I started this, and I live here with my family, and so I don't want more travel. I want the amazing experiences and travel that I do get with the Chic Experience, Provence, Italy, Malibu. Like, I absolutely love that, and that we'll keep that. But with the corporate retreats, my priority is bringing people here to the Okanagan.
Right.
Yeah.
So when did this idea come to you? Like you said, it's been a while. I know, like you ideate and you like behind the scenes, but like how did this come to you? Like, were you what were you doing? You're like, I should do this. Like, how did
I got asked. It's an easy answer. I got asked to do a corporate event. And I just said no.
You're like, no.
And I was so grateful and truly grateful. But I didn't have a capacity. I wouldn't have been the best fit. Right. And I wanted to feel good and right about it myself.
Sure.
And we talked about this at the event last night, doing things with reverence or doing it with purpose and our values. And it was an incredible event. It ended up happening. It was really big in terms of hundreds, not that, but hundreds of people. And I was happy to say, no, thank you. And those are the events, like events are not something I'm prioritizing.
Right.
Like individual events, it's going to be more of the retreats, longer, 2-3+ days, incentive travel and offsite. Right. So more than just like a gala event, which there's amazing event planners in this town, and I want to promote and amplify them so much.
Do you see is there an opportunity then for you to like tap in not only to local businesses, or like someone might be in Vancouver that wants to come here and experience the Okanagan, right? Like that is
exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywhere from any of my contacts I know to everyone I don't know yet that I just will meet along the way, or that, like yesterday we talked about reciprocity at the Connect and CoLab event, and my ask, I do these for the community, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone, and anybody who wanted to share the Okanagan Corporate Retreats, I asked that they just take the business cards and spread the word.
She asked to take 4 business cards and hand them out.
Yeah, one of each color. Yes.
I love it.
4.
I
yes.
love it.
I'm like, keep one and hand out 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you did launch your website, so if people are interested, they can go to your website, and OkanaganCorporateRetreats.com.
Yes.
Okay. But I found it this morning. You have your personal brand that people can go to, and it'll kind of take them to that area as well if they have more questions.
Yeah. AmyNicoleCohen.com has the mentorship and masterminds that I do. Right. And then also the Chic Experience lives on there. Right. To drive everything that I do, and Okanagan Corporate Retreats as of this week.
So how are you, now from a personal side, how are you balancing all of that? Like, how are you balancing, because family, husband and kids, and I know your kids are in soccer, so you're traveling a lot, and you have your mastermind, you have all, so how do you balance day to day so you don't or at the end of the day you're like, you just crash? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you keep your energy and your focus on what you're doing?
I'm going to answer that in two parts. So coming back from yesterday's event to give some context to, you know, kind of the laugh here, because I come home energized. I wrap my day up so fulfilled. I came home yesterday after not one event. How many events? Two. So Connect and CoLab, and then the you know official kickoff toast launch. And so I went on to Instagram. I went and messaged some friends that weren't able to make it, that were sending me big love, and thanked them for their support. So I made some tea because I had some, I've been really into like running every morning. So I got up and ran this morning, but sat and had some tea and just really like soaked up. I filled my family in as soon as I got in, and time for bed. And I took some time for myself. So I end my day honestly happy and fulfilled because I get to do what I love. So then the second part of that is I time block. I put everything into my calendar. So there's zero. I mentioned starting 3 years.
Right.
I always say to myself, if something feels like it's a yes for me, because there's so many no's, it just doesn't feel right, or I just have no capacity. Like that is a real thing, and I really hold kind of true to that. I time block it. So it goes into the calendar. Today, I'm not doing a lot with the Chic Experience, whereas tomorrow I have a mountain of stuff to do with the Chic Experience. But some of these things take 5-10 minutes. Others will be...
But you still need to block the time in order to get it done.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And, you know, these events, as much as they, to give you some context. So, you know, tomorrow I'll work on a bunch of things for the Italy retreat coming up.
I'm
and in. You're in, yes. Christine's in. And you should come too. Yes, then that excites me. Rather than, you know, responding to something now, I'll get to it in, you know, 24 to 48 hours, even though some things I can respond to right away. But I really time block it. So I'm like, everything, you know, will get done tomorrow within capacity of that. Today was a big day for, you know, Okanagan Corporate Retreats. I had a couple forums come in over the last 2 weeks. I had some amazing, incredible meetings when I was in New York and LA. And I'm so excited to see where they go and sending out proposals.
Very cool.
So that's how it all gets done.
So are you like, I've never asked this, are you a team of one? Like, I know you have team members you bring in as needed, but like, are you on a day-to-day basis, like, is it Amy and Amy?
So so peel back the curtain. So I have 2 VAs. So I have 2 VAs that are really kind of half to full time, depending on events and what's going on. And then I have a main girl in New York. And so she'll work on my makeup schools, but as I kind of unwind certain projects and have classes that I'm consulting out, so have other people teaching and take the lead on those, she has more capacity. And then anytime I have events, then you bring in a team. And that can start from 3 months before to 2 days before. So, but the planning and the kind of the curating, that will be done. Like, I'm a very creative person, so I put my earbuds in, I can sit and sit and listen, and just get to it.
Interesting. And are you, I mean, you have a lot of, because when you're doing these events, you need the people, the corporations that are coming here, but all the connections in the community. And I think that's one area that you're very well connected in the community, like you said, in experiences. But are you looking for more? Like, because that's one area we're asking people that, hey, if you want to come here, or if you're looking for an incentive for your sales team, whatever, but are you looking for more experiences here? Like, are you looking for people reaching out and say, hey, we'd love to be part of this if you're bringing people here?
Absolutely, 100%. I think that is where a community grows and then truly thrives. When I moved here 5 years ago, there's a lot, if you look around, a lot of the incredible new businesses that are going to have these incredible, you know, 20 plus year incredible successful years. They just started. And, you know, it takes all of us promoting them and the reciprocity, right? And so I hope that there is more every day, people looking and listening to this and like knowing, move here, bring your expertise, come and join this amazing ecosystem of entrepreneurs, but also creatives and just incredibly ambitious humans.
Yeah, love it. And are you sticking to Kelowna, the Okanagan? Like, how far reaching do you, because I know in the one thing is I think you have real clarity on what you want to do with the business, which is awesome, but how far are you going to go? Like, it's been ticked and you're like, no, that's like, you're going to stick to the Kelowna area?
Yeah, I think what's going to end up happening, and we'll have to go back on this in a year's time and listen to this.
Love it.
We'll see where this goes. But I think the answer is within the Okanagan Valley.
Okay.
There's an incredible racetrack over in Osoyoos. There's some of the most incredible wineries down in Naramata. Go over to Lake Country. You have some of there's incredible restaurants and amazing wineries and vineyards and golf courses over by Vernon. So I think that there's so many amazing businesses wrapped up in the Okanagan Valley that I feel very confident to say that. Beyond that, I think I'm not sure. It depends on what the project would, like, who the client is and what their needs and requests are.
Yeah, it's interesting because I do see there's, I just know comes to mind a client that we work with that like they have offices elsewhere, so they'll bring their team members here, 100%. Obviously, and like you said, depending on what their goals are, you might, like you said, you might go to Naramata, you might go to wherever, Sparkling Hill or whatever, depending on what the fit is, you'll kind of make it work.
Exactly.
Love it.
I have a proposal that I can't say who yet,
yeah, for sure.
But super, super, super excited.
It's Apple, isn't it? OpenAI.
Close. Close but different. And that would be for next year. And this is very high level, like what they have done in the past and where they go in the past, to then have it here. Is what excites me because we have it here. And I go to the south of France, and I go to Forza de Marmi in Italy, and I lived in Malibu. I chose and love living here, and I want to promote and amplify this community so much.
That's like the mic drop right there, Amy.
Boom.
Love it. Is there anything else that we maybe didn't cover that you want to talk about today? Is there anything that we didn't touch on?
I mean, I think everything is on my website. I am super social. So, and I mean that in the sense of go to my Instagram, Amy Nicole Cohen. You can DM me, ask me anything. If you're thinking about booking a corporate retreat, if you're like wondering what would, you as your company, maybe a small and mighty team, need an offsite. It's not just about planning it. I have been in business for years and years. I've worked with incredible corporate companies. So I have some insight behind the scenes too. And I've also been part, just through facilitating different workshops, been part of corporate retreats and corporate offsites. So there's also that. So just DM me, message me. And then go to the website. Yeah,
we just had it up too, so perfect, and we'll put it in show notes as well, so people can get to it. So,
amazing.
So Amy, thank you for joining again.
Thank you.
Awesome talking to you. So congratulations again.
Always a pleasure.
So it's going to be fun. So if you have questions, just reach out to Amy on social or go to the website. And again, big thank you to ATB Wealth for sponsoring these because we can't do this without them. So again, Amy, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you
Until next time, we'll chat with you. Enjoy the sun. Beautiful today, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Community Spotlight, powered by ATB Wealth Kelowna. Ready to take a powerful step towards the future you want today? Connect with local advisors at ATB Wealth Kelowna to get started.